What's it like being a coach of the Big 12?
Whew. Man, it makes you a better coach, right? These great coaches that we go against, great teams, great environments. I mean, you're just you constantly have to be thinking about how to get better and how to tweak something, and over the years, it's made me a much better basketball coach.
After watching Graham McCaslin's teams in North Texas, it's kind of surprising to see him now scoring like 80 points a game with much more up-tempo offense. How much differently do you think his team is playing at Texas Tech than what you've seen from him in the past?
They're definitely playing faster, trying to play faster. But in our league, you can't just like play a super slow pace. You got to try and get transition points. You got to take shots when they're available. The defenses in our league are just way too good to try and grind it down to the end of the shot clock and get a shot off. So Grant, what I know about Grant is he's going to do whatever it takes to win. For him, it's all about winning. Like, how does what we do, how does that convert to winning games? And so whatever it takes, he's going to figure it out and get it done.
Is it just kind of the new norm in college basketball? Is it not weird to you now that when you look and you see that Tyler Perry's playing against his old coach in a game like that?
Yes. I mean, it's just is what it is. You see, as it was appropriate for Grant to do well at North Texas and then go get the Texas Tech job, it is appropriate for Tyler Perry to do well at North Texas and then move to a higher level, and I'm thankful he picked us.
How good is David Gasson playing right now, and how much has that unlocked more for your team?
No, David's playing at a high level right now. His hard work is paying off, and that's the thing you love as a coach, because you tell the guys that like hard work always pays off. You're just not sure when, I use the analogy to some of the guys of the seed planted in the ground. You don't plant a seed and then go out the next day and look to see something or try to pick fruit from a tree. It takes time, but all that hard work eventually pays off, and he's reaping the rewards of his own hard work.
For freshmen have kind of gotten their first taste of Big 12 play. How have you kind of seen them respond, and what's kind of the biggest thing that they need to do next to kind of get more and more competitive against that higher level of competition?
I feel all three of our freshmen, true freshmen, have done a good job given the opportunities. For them, it's just a matter of remaining confident, trusting that all the hard work they're putting in will eventually pay off. And if you get discouraged and you stop working and you stop improving, then it's going to be a long January and February, for you. But if you continue to keep working and look at the older guys and see what they're doing and emulate some of that, and be an empty cup. We just tell them, empty your cup every day and come in and let us, be willing to be filled. They're going to be just fine. And this wasn't a sprint for any of them. Like, this is a marathon. It's a process over the course of the next, 2, 3, 4 years. And so, I'm pleased to where they're at and looking forward to watching them, continue to improve.
What's the next step for Dorian Princeton?
And I think, he's on the scouting report now, right? And so can he continue to do what he is doing when teams are prepared for it? And that, is his confidence remaining high and his constantly coming into doing what he does at practice every day, which is get after it. And now we can show him some opportunities, because he can do a lot of things. He just has to do what we need him to do to help us win, and then those other things, they'll come into play later.
David Castillo made Team USA for Nike Hoop Summit. I mean, How can that help him and help him grow as a player? Oh,
it's a great honor, first of all. And, other than this past summer, he didn't make the USA team, the under-19 team, because he was injured. The 2 summers before that, he was the starting point guard on the gold medal winning team. And this past summer, they didn't even medal without him. And so Dave is a winner. This is a reward for his hard work that he's put in, during that time. And I think he's going to have a blast playing in that game. And, he's healthy now. And so people, he was out of sight, out of mind. People are going to see what a talent he is. But he's just a winner. And so I'm happy for him, his family. It's a great honor to be a part of that team and excited to watch him.
What's Will McNair done to give you more of a consistent low post presence these last couple of weeks?
He's done what he does best. He's getting very consistent in doing the things that he does best. And he's how people say the right things, but then they go out there and they don't do the right things. I feel like he has opened his whole heart to the team and what we need from him, and it is displaying itself in his actions out on the floor. And so they're just pleased with Will, man. Pleased with Will. There's still a lot of room for him to grow, but pleased with that the actions are backing up what he's saying he wants to do.
I think you played 7 guys against UCF, a little bit more against West Virginia, maybe out of necessity, but did you see what you were hoping to get from them?
From the guys who played? Yeah, we got a dub. That's right, I tell you, every game it's its own season. You can't look at one and Team A beat Team B and Team B lost to Team C, so or beat Team C, so therefore Team A will beat Team C. That doesn't. Every game is brand new, and so every game, whatever we need to do that night to figure out how to get that dub, give us a position, put us in position to get the win, we're gonna do. Whether it's 7, 8, 11, whatever we need to do, we're gonna do.
You and your staff still in the works of turning over those rocks with the open scholarship spot, or is it time to now single in on some guys?
No, we're seeing what's available and whether it'll help us this year or next year. And if there's nothing there, we just keep moving on. Our focus is on our team. Now, we're still looking to see what's out there, but it's not like if we don't find somebody, then, it's just if someone's available. You had a couple kids at Memphis go in the portal. You've had, some different things. You look and you say, do they fit what we're about? Do we want to go down that road? Yes or no? If the answer is no, we move on. And but we're really locked in on our team. Best thing we can do for recruiting is win. So.
How much maturity do you think Arthur showed in that game to pick up 2 quick fouls and then not commit another one the whole rest of the game, even though you kept playing?
Yeah, big time maturity. I told him that we can get 2 points back, we can't get a foul back, and we got to play him. I think it was 2 3-minute stints in the first half. Right, didn't have to foul him out in the first half because of his maturity, his IQ, his ability to play. And it wasn't like he stopped playing defense. He blew up a couple handoffs and got a couple steals, got some tough rebounds, So, that was big time because he doesn't play 28 minutes if he can't go back in the first half. And to be able to do that was huge.
Setting aside what he brings on the court, which is obvious, what has Art brought to this program?
Arthur's a very caring young man. He cares what people think. He cares. He's thoughtful. He looks around and he says, okay, this person needs this or that person needs that. And he goes out of his way to help. And he was raised by just a wonderful mom and dad who are the best people in the world. Just the best kind of people. And they send me text messages periodically, that they're praying for the players, they're praying for the staff, just words of encouragement, you just love the fact that he represents his parents in a way that they deserve to be represented.
I don't know how much you followed the Big 12, but there's been a handful of upsets so far. Does that kind of just say how deep this league is, as always?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess there are there are lines on the game as far as who certain people think are going to win, but it's hard to call any road loss an upset. And I'm guilty of thinking, oh, that team's going to this, but man, every game is its own entity, and our league is the best. And it's not just the teams, it's the environments too, right? Like, I mean, you don't get that. I watch a lot of college basketball. I'm a junkie. Like, I have the computer going, watching the team that we're getting ready to play. I've got the TV on one. I've got sometimes my phone on another, and I'm just like following. And the environments in the Big 12, I mean, there are not very many places. And this is on any given night, not just when there's a rivalry game in another league, right? On any given night, you watch a Big 12 game, and it's incredible, the environment. So you have to prepare for that.
Looks like might be talking to Keith and Keontae. Just curious what you might be able to say about their success.
Oh man, so proud of those guys. I just know, given the opportunity, either one of them, given the opportunity, they're both gonna make an NBA roster and stick for years because they conduct themselves as professionals, and they're gonna do all the little things that allow them to be great teammates, to be prepared every night, whether their number's called or not, and then given the opportunity when the number's called, they're gonna deliver. And so, I mean, they're doing a great job in the G League. They're doing a great job checking on our team, and they're watching our games. They're talking to the guys. I mean, it's awesome. And our fans are doing a terrific job, right, with the voting. So we need to make sure that G League, whatever it's called, the next up thing, let's get on there and vote. You can vote multiple times a day, and so wear out the votes every day, and let's get these guys in that game.
What does that say to you that those guys want to still be involved with the current team, current guys? That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
and I know it happens in other places occasionally, but that's pretty cool.
Well, it means that that they didn't rent this place, that they bought it. They were all, I mean, they took ownership. They still feel ownership of it. They know this is their program. These are their brothers, and we are their coaches.
Obviously, if the world were different, you would like to have Wes Glover available, but knowing now that he's not, is there something to just being able to kind of focus on the guys that you have and not kind of be looking over your shoulder and be like, oh, we got something else coming, and be like, this is what we have. We got to make do with this, and we're going to turn this into something that we like.
Yeah, knowing exactly what you have is always better than, wondering, and so, sorry, that we don't have Quez right now. And so, but I mean, like I said, he's a tough, terrific kid. He's working really hard, and he's being a great teammate in the midst of his struggle, and so thankful for that.
I was wondering, when you said that Taj and Jarrell have moved to the scout team in recent weeks, who was normally on the scout team on a just week-to-week basis? Who's helping you?
Well, this year we've had some GAs and managers, hop in, and it's more of they learn the plays and they run through them, stay in the half court kind of thing, but it's not the same look as if you have players. Like last year we had a scout team. Like I thought that was one of the best things about the season last year. You had guys redshirting and guys who weren't going to play, and they were on the second scout team, and I mean, we got after it. And this year you don't get after it quite as much because it's not the same level of talent, but they give us a good look. Nate is on that scout team, a couple of the, and it's very, very helpful when you have a really good scout team.
I'm not here.
Not available.
What impresses you most about Pop Isaacs?
Whew. That young fella's a bucket, and he loves the game of basketball. Like, he loves the game of basketball. He known him for a long time, since he was little, know his dad, and good dude. Long time AAU coach, helped a lot of kids, and he's he loves the game, and you could just see it in how he plays, you know. And yeah, but he's whenever he touches the ball, man, whew, or even when he's, you know, you've got to pay attention to him wherever he's at on the floor.